What if I told you that the secret to making her miss you deeply has nothing to do with constantly texting, showering her with gifts, or being available to her every second of the day? What if I told you that all those things you're doing to stay present might actually be working against you? Here's the truth. The more you chase her, the less you'll be valued. It sounds harsh, I know, but it's a powerful reality that most men overlook. They think that the way to keep her interested is by always being there, always showing up and always offering something, whether it's their time, their attention, or their energy. But here's where the twist comes in. The key to making her miss you isn't about being all over her. It's about creating absence. It's about stepping back at just the right moments, giving her the space she needs to realize just how much she truly values you. When you're not around, when done the right way, absence is magnetic. And I'm not talking about ghosting her or playing hard to get. I'm talking about creating a balance where your presence is so impactful that when you step back for a moment, she can't help but feel your absence. But here's the thing. This isn't a tactic for playing games. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not or making her wonder if you care. It's about mastering the art of true presence, where your time and attention are so valuable that when you give her the space to miss you, she starts craving your presence in ways she didn't even realize. Before, it's not about being distant or cold either. It's about knowing when to pull back and understanding the right moments to create that subtle yet powerful feeling of longing. It's about knowing that when you're not around, she starts to think about you, to wonder where you went, to miss the moments you shared. Because let's be honest, absence creates desire. The right kind of absence leaves her thinking about you, replaying your conversations in her mind and feeling that magnetic pull towards you when you're not there. In today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can create this effect, how you can make her miss you deeply without playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. You'll learn how to become the kind of man who doesn't have to chase, who doesn't have to fight for attention, because your very presence will leave an imprint that she can't ignore. So, if you're tired of always chasing, always wondering why she's not as invested, and you're ready to learn the real key to making her truly miss, you stay with me, because what you're about to discover could completely change the way she sees you. And it might just be the missing piece that makes her miss you deeply in a way that feels real, lasting, and irresistible. Let's dive in now. Let's get into it. How do you create this powerful effect of making her miss you without playing games, without pretending to be something you're not? It all comes down to one core principle: knowing when to step back and how to maintain your sense of presence without being overwhelming. And that's exactly what we're going to break down the power of your time. The first thing you need to understand is the value of your time in today's world. It's easy to become accessible at all times, whether it's through texts, social media, or even showing up at her door unannounced. We live in a world that demands instant gratification, and many men think that being constantly available is the best way to build a connection. But here's the truth. When you're always available, you lose your value, your time becomes less precious because you're not giving her the space to truly appreciate it. Think about it. If you were at her disposal 24/7, what would stop her from taking you for granted when you are always there? She begins to expect it. She no longer values your attention because she knows it will be there whenever she wants it. Instead, you have to limit your availability in a subtle way. This doesn't mean you ignore her or go silent for days on end. It means being mindful of when you give your time and when you step back just enough to let her realize that your time is precious. Imagine you're hanging out and everything is going well, but then you take a step back, not in a cold way, but just enough to give her space to think about you. You don't text back immediately. You don't always agree to last-minute plans. You maintain a sense of value in the way you manage your time. This makes her realize you're not just another person in her life. You have your own world and she wants to be a part of it. When you create this space, she'll begin to miss you because she knows you're not just there all the time. You have your own life, and that's magnetic. 2. The art of subtle withdrawal. Now let's talk about the concept of subtle withdrawal. This doesn't mean ghosting her or playing hot and cold. It's about creating space that makes her miss the emotional connection you have. This could be as simple as not always being the first to reach out. Let's say you've been texting regulars, creates an emotional pause where she's left to think about you, to wonder where you went, and to start missing the comfort and closeness she felt when you were there. The key is not to pull back completely, but to give her the chance to feel the void of your absence. This is a powerful psychological tactic. When done right, she'll start thinking about you during those moments of absence, and that's when she'll begin to miss you deeply. 3. Be the man who has his own life. It's incredibly attractive when a man has his own hobbies, interests, and passions. When you make her feel that you're not just sitting around waiting for her, she begins to feel something she can't quite explain. Desire when you're fully immersed in your own pursuits, your own goals, and your own sense of purpose. It sends a clear message: you are not dependent on her for validation. This is crucial for making her miss you. Why? Because people are naturally attracted to those who seem self-sufficient and confident in their own lives. So whether it's your career, your hobbies, your social life, or personal projects, make sure you are busy with things that matter to you. And here's the beauty of it. When she sees that you have your own life, she starts to value the moment she spends with you. She begins to see you as someone who isn't always available, but whose presence is meaningful and purposeful. This sends a subtle but powerful message. You're not just someone to pass the time with, you're someone who is going places, and she wants to be a part of that journey. The power of silence. You might think that communication is all about talking, texting, and staying in constant contact. But there's incredible power in silence when you're always talking. Always engaging, there's no room for her to process the connection. Silence creates space for reflection. And when she starts to reflect on your relationship, she'll realize how much she misses your presence, your energy, and your conversations. The best part about silence is that it's completely natural. You don't need to pretend you're not interested, but you allow the natural flow of the relationship to breathe. You don't flood her with messages or try to fill every moment with chatter. Instead, you give her the opportunity to sit with her thoughts and feelings about you. And when you do that, you become unforgettable. 5. Make moments together meaningful. This strategy isn't about pulling away all the time. It's about making the moments you share together truly matter when you're with her. Make the time you spend together as memorable as possible. Do things that are meaningful, that make her feel deeply connected to you. Whether it's having deep, enriching conversations or doing something spontaneous and exciting, these moments will stick with her, and when you step back after these shared experiences, she'll miss you not just for the time you spent together, but for the emotional depth and connection that you provided. To sum it up, creating absence isn't about playing hard to get or trying to manipulate her emotions. It's about valuing yourself, knowing when to step back and giving her the space she needs to realize your worth. When you become a man who isn't always available, who has his own life and his own purpose, she'll start to miss you deeply because she'll start to understand just how much you matter in her life. It's about creating longing through your absence while ensuring that when you are around, you're truly present, offering her moments of genuine connection that leave her thinking about you long after you've gone. Now, if you found this video helpful and you're ready to start applying these strategies in your own life, it's time to take action. The truth is, creating absence and presence isn't something that happens overnight. It's a subtle art, and it takes time and patience to master. But if you're ready to stop chasing, to stop constantly seeking validation, and to learn how to naturally make her miss you in a way that's genuine and lasting, then you're already on the right track. So before we wrap up, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more tips. Like this here at Stoic Paradox, we're all about exploring the power of quiet confidence, masculine presence, and creating meaningful connections that go beyond surface level attraction. And while you're at it, please like this video and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think absence can really make her miss you, or have you tried this before? What strategies have worked for you in creating deep attraction? If you're ready to take this journey to the next level and dive deeper into mastering the art of attraction, be sure to check out my other videos right here on Stoic Paradox. This is your space to learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself, not for validation, but for genuine connection as we wrap up. Just remember, you don't need to chase her to make her miss you. It's all about creating a life where you're both present and absent at the right moments. Your value isn't measured by how often you're there, but by how deeply you connect with her. When you are, by mastering this balance, you'll start to create attraction on a level that goes far beyond the surface. You'll have her thinking about you, craving your presence, and appreciating you for the man you truly are. And as always, stay grounded, stay real, and most importantly, stay present in your own life. Because the more you become the man who doesn't chase, the more she'll come to realize just how much she misses you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep becoming the kind of man she can't forget.